OBS is being fucky. I just ranted about Elliot Rogers for 5 minutes till I realized that my hotkey wasn't working. Oh, fuck, and I don't even know if it is or not. Okay. Huh. Who knew? So, I kinda wanna bitch about anyone that makes Reddit fucking videos on YouTube. I mean, like, I used to watch the fuck out of Reddit videos. Like, I mean, like, I can't say that word worth shit. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Chiefs. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't even know if I can spell it. Wait a minute.
Truly.
Yeah. That's not how you say it, but that's how I'm gonna... Well, that's probably not even how you spell it, to be 100% honest. I'm gonna mute this audio real quick on the desktop and listen to it back on screen to see if I can, you know, not die of just plain ear rape. I should be live. Fuck. Wait a minute, Chiefs. Make sure this is in the right big ass account. I mean it is. So. There we are. Okay, the screen has appeared. We're good. We're good. We're good. Right? Yeah, okay. So I just listened to myself for about 3 fucking minutes there. Okay, so I'm just gonna start a new game. I'm not really interested in this game, to be 100% honest with you. Now, the issue with not being interested in this type of game is that it's very fucking grindy. And I never make it to where I want to make it before I get too bored and stop playing. Listen to what he says, people.
I'm the warden up here, and I know just about every nook and cranny of this place. I heard this is your first time in the Pacific Northwest and Lake District.
I just wanted to listen back to the audio again.
This here's the best hunting reserve you'll find in 100 miles. I've been hunting here my whole life, and I still don't get tired of this place.
So, the audio just went silent there for a minute just because I was listening back to... Okay, so I think everything is set up okay-ish. So, I don't have an issue with Reddit itself, other than all the white knighting that happens in it.
Try to find an animal
And annoying. But, other than that, the only issue I have with Reddit is Reddit YouTubers. Is their basic bitch green text channels, you know? They take everything that is okay-ish about going to Reddit and they turn it into content for what seems like small children and people that can't read. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll enjoy it from time to time, especially if it's done with a good comedic styling. Hell, I even try to make a fucking green text channel and Reddit channel myself, but it was just, I'm too fucking lazy at it. But either way, my main point is that they take shit and they give you such mundane opinions that it's just retarded. And there's so little content in Reddit itself that they end up just recycling the same posts between channels. So fucking annoying to hear the same opinion 8 different times across 8 different videos about some greasy neckbeard fuck creeping out. Ooh, cool, yeah, we realize weird people are weird. Ooh. You know, who actually gives a shit? Same thing with, like, incels.me, and when the old incel forum was still on Reddit. On it, who gives a shit? Just let them be in their own fucking room. Make fun of them yourselves. Just like, Jesus Christ, who the hell cares? But people need to understand is that there's just too much bullshit nowadays that anyone really cares about, you know? And people, it's just, honestly, it's annoying how much people subscribe to political views. You have to be something or nothing. You have to hate incels. You can't be neutral on them. You have to be full-on Democratic, Republican, conservative, liberal, feminist, vegan, fucking Islamic nationalist. You have to be something. You have to go fully on that. It's honestly retarded. But that goes back to the issue with Reddit, is that there's so much bullshit that goes on that platform. It's gonna be the next Tumblr, when one minute you're there and the next minute you're not there because of a fucking retarded policy change. I mean, Tumblr's different though, because Tumblr fucking did the shit with porn. You know, and the issue with porn and shit like that is just the fucking company that had it just, you know, kind of get tired of it, and they were gonna try to sell it. You don't make a policy change like that if you're not trying to sell something that's profitable. I mean, they left it like that for how many fucking years? I mean, it's a stupid move. I believe Yahoo's part. See, this is the thing I hate about this game. I hunt in real life, and that shot on that deer would have just crippled it. Because you have the bones in there are directly connected to the shoulders and then the back. So if you shot it there, what would have happened is those front legs would have felt like fucking hell trying to walk on after getting shot. In this game, for some reason, the only shots that instantly kill the animal is a headshot, like to the back of the head, and the heart, which is a little silly because spine shots also instantly kill animals, neck shots also instantly kill animals. Lung shots, they might get 10, 15 feet before the lung deflates, and then that's another 5, 10 feet before they're dead completely. Yeah, that's besides the point. But that, like I was saying about Reddit though, is that there's just so much bullshit, and that there's so much echo chambers that go on it. It's more or less Tumblr, but for white knights and people that are wannabe feminist. And it's actually somewhat of an issue nowadays because everyone that goes on Tumblr goes there for what they think is what they, you know, YouTube shit. They think that they're gonna go on fucking r slash. That's I'm a little bit retarded. Wait a minute, is it? Yeah, is it r slash? I don't know. I don't use Reddit, but they go on the fucking 4chan board and they realize that there's just fucking 3 posts every month because no one gives a shit. And fucking usually what ends up happening is how this even happened with me. Is that you go to 4chan and you realize it's just porn and you leave. And then what ends up happening is that cycles out enough people, and then you do what I do, which is return every so often, learn to stomach it, and instead of visiting 2 times a month, you visit 3 times a month, and then that's the year, it's 4 or 5 times a month, and then nowadays it's just every fucking day, because you just stop giving a shit. And that's besides the point, just, you know, I'm edgy enough, so it's not really a big deal. But, for, you know, that's the issue with Reddit in general and most boards like that. Yeah. I don't know. I think that's all I'm gonna say about Reddit. Because Reddit's its own beast, you know. Reddit is just a fucking animal with how it treats its own users and how mods work. You know, it's just giving power to a fucking incel. Well, usually a closeted incel. Not even a fucking proud, skronk incel. You know? Not even a full-on Chad man. CHAD. Not Shad man. That's a different animal. I mean, I guess it is animals. I don't know. It's Shad man. Shad man is actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's talk about Shad man. You guys want to talk about Shad man? Yeah, Shad man. There's a lot of stuff. Shad man is what I like to tell people is a Cole Skyrim build for leveling in Magic, and then I have them look it up. And they usually go to images because I tell them to see if there's just a leveling like list, so they don't have to watch a 30-minute video. I'll say, and then they'll click on images, and what they'll see is a fucking dog fucking a vault person, vault per person, yeah, clearly. Oh, speaking of vault shit, Bethesda. How long do you think Bethesda fucking caves in on itself? Because you know Bethesda with Fallout 6 and fucking Fallout 4. They're their 2 biggest fuck ups in past history, recent history. Yeah, they fucked up in the past. They fucked up a good bit in the past. If you're being 100% yourself, I'm not being cohesive, am I? No, but they're just trying to ram the same game down your throats. God knows how many times with Skyrim and Skyrim Remastered. And that's actually kind of becoming an issue because the more something goes to the general market, the more people are introduced to it, but the less people are gonna like it. And it's kind of funny in that regard because they're slowly killing themselves, but they're exposing themselves at the same time. Kind of like fucking Here My Garage Lamborghini meme, you know? That guy, everyone knows him, but not everyone fucking likes him. The difference is that Bethesda had a lot of time to build up their content. It's like, you don't think Bethesda, doesn't have so much money that they don't need to be doing this. No, they're just becoming more greedy and greedy and greedy. Because, how much money Todd Howard's and the other retard that goes up on stage before him has. Don't get me wrong, Bethesda made some good fucking games. The original Fallout series, oh fuck, even though that wasn't initially developed by them. Fallout New Vegas is also fucking amazing. I actually might stream that in the future. But the Fallout New Vegas, it's just more morally gray, which I love. Like the newer Fallout games are just, ugh, fuck. Especially with Fallout 4, it's just nothing but voice acting. And in Fallout 3, you're just stuck to the rails. There's no fucking factions you can, like, really side with. There's one, you know? And, that made me not even want to play Fallout 3 after about fucking 3 hours, realizing I have no choice but to keep looking for my asshole dad. And it's funny because you don't have to level, you don't have to do anything if you wanted to. You can beat the game in fucking an hour. Fallout 3. I'm like 90% sure I've seen speedruns where people do that. Yeah, I don't know. But Bethesda's becoming another greedy corporation like Walmart, Pepsi, or fucking Coke for that issue. You guys ever see that shit where Pepsi had the world's biggest navy for a while? Not the world's biggest, but the seventh largest. Well, they became the seventh largest force. I just kind of thought that meant the seventh largest navy, right? Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. But apparently during a fucking deal, actually, I'm gonna fucking Google this real quick why this happened. Uh, I have to stop moving for a minute, and I'll probably stop talking since I'm retarded and cannot spell and type at the same time. Apparently, spell and type, yeah, that goes hand in hand. But talk and type. Yeah, I'm searching it now. Pepsi buys Soviet ships. Let me see. I'll read the article. On April 9th, 1990, American newspapers reported an unusual deal. Pepsi has become to a $3 billion agreement with the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union long traded, yeah, I can't say that shit, vodka in return for Pepsi's concentrate, but this time, this wasn't the first Pepsi. Why? Can I get around this? Yeah, it just doesn't say why. But either way, in a deal with the Soviets, Pepsi just bought a shitload of boats. My guess, it was probably for transports, but I don't understand how you can make a submarine, because you would have to R&D that shit for like a while. Because I doubt the Soviets would also sell that to Pepsi, because then Pepsi would just give it to the American government for an even better reward. Actually, probably just as much as they sold the fucking Soviets for, because an underwater thing that can't be sunk that carries goods would be insanely useful. I mean, look at warships during World War II. You could sink a big ass boat with a few submarines, and it was just an issue of when, it was even how. Wolf packs and all this other shit went around for a long fucking time. Submarines are an interesting fucking beast, because they're so easy to fucking kill, but it's just odd to do so. You never really see it happen. Yeah. I think I'm actually gonna rename the stream and just go and play another game, because like I said, this doesn't really interest me. Oh yeah, this stream's just called Tetraites live stream, okay. I thought I named it Call of the Wild. Bop. Bop. Okay, so check my screen real quick. Nope. Put that in the description because I misclicked because I'm not smart. So, let me do the vote. Oh, that'd be nice. I just listened back to that audio. Sorry. You bore. Yes. You bore. You bore. Yes. Yes. So, U-Boat's a fun game, although it's kind of rage quitty with how easy you get new to Oblivion. I'm gonna turn on my fan real quick and see if that annoys because it's hot as fuck where I live right now. Well, it's not hot. Our air conditioner is just kind of fucked. All this fan's insanely loud. Maybe I'll just turn it down a bit. I haven't heard it in the audio delay yet, but in real life it is, so it might get really loud. Yeah, okay, so I don't think it should be... Yeah, I don't think you can hear it. Okay, so... U-Boat's fun. Yeah, it's a cool game. Okay, so... Yeah. I'm gonna ramble for like another hour maybe, then I'll quit the stream. Apparently there's another person watching other than me. Or maybe it's just me, again, as I clicked to listen back to the audio. And Proud Boy. Oh, that Proud Boy outright shit's a little bit retarded. I mean, it was in response to fucking bullshit. Violence, with violence has never turned into not violence. Unless it was like a scare of violence, like, ooh, you look at me with violence, I'll kill you, and then it just becomes, ooh, I don't want to die. Normally it goes the other way. Yeah. I don't think a lot of people realize how often that shit happens just because of people being dumbasses. Especially when it comes to politics. It's just let people do what they're going to do and just make fun of them. I mean, it's not that hard to just point and laugh at someone from the shadow. Well, not even from the shadows, just do it in the corner of the damn room. And people are quite literally just stupid. Like, the way people act nowadays is just... You can't even describe it. It's just not reasonable. Like, it's the fuck... Like, I mean, people look at Jordan Peterson because they tell them to wipe their ass, brush their teeth, and make their bed. It's like, yeah, that's shit you should do, you dumb fuck. I mean, like, maybe this is just a little bit too much fucking enlightened shit, but, like, really? Why do people... Ugh. That's like... YouTubers, like, The Rain... Was it fucking called Gamergate? I'm like 90% sure. I started using the internet right at the end of that. Like right at the end of Gamergate, so... That's when I first started just actually use... So I wasn't there during it, but I started to watch a lot of creators that did it. And sadly, my first ever, like, YouTube news, Mundane Matt and Bearing, and fucking a few MidTown guys. And I was like fucking, I don't know, barely over 10. And here I am getting fucking spoon-fed Play-Doh shit from a cartoon bear about anti-feminism. Like, I don't think these people understand how many young kids use YouTube. Like, for all intents and purposes, I still am a kid. I've only been on the internet 6 years. I mean, I had little iPad games and the ability to Google and search whatever I wanted to, But I've never been on political YouTube for 6 years. Like, I went from, like, PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, to, like, straight to, like, anti-feminist shitpost. And I mean, for a while, I was like an alt-right MidTown kid when I was like 10. And then I realized how fucking stupid I was for thinking that shit. I mean, people... I mean, it's just rhetoric. You know, I'm not left, I'm not right. But I'm not trying to be fucking Boogie, 2988, I'm not trying to fucking sit on a fence and dangle my fucking 1 foot on one side and 1 foot on the other and hope that my balls don't get hurt. I just, yeah. You just, people just actually disgust me with how incorrect they are on basic issues. Not incorrect, but I mean like how correct they think they are. I don't think you can be incorrect, especially when it comes to politics, because it's just viewpoints. But it pisses me off. Like, I know for a fact I'm probably wrong on some of the things I think, and if you present me with something, I'll switch. That's one of the worst fallacies in history, is that people don't change their opinion. Like, they'll say, I'll change it, and then, no, they won't. But there's people out there that will. I'm one of them. I'm not. No, I was gonna say I have a few friends that are the same, but I don't think they're a little bit stubborn. Like, I believe in rights for humans. I do whatever the fuck you want to do as long as it's not harming me, harming somebody else, and all parties involved have consent. I don't give a shit. But I have friends who think that if you're if you believe this, you're retarded and should get sent to an actual gulag. I don't. I'm not. But at the same time, I hang out with those people. Because just because I'm friends with them don't mean they're horrible humans. I mean, those are horrible human thoughts, but those aren't those are just those are actual Nazi ideology thought. That doesn't mean I can't be fucking friends with them. See, this torpedo should hit, should it? There's this entire ideology of just keep your fucking mouth shut nowadays. I just think it's stupid. Yeah, who the hell gives a shit? I'm turning into a Reddit white knight like I was bitching about earlier. Stop wasting ammo because you're not gonna hit from here. That's another thing. I fucking complain all the time. That's a fucking character flaw I need to fucking fix. No one likes a whiny fucking bastard. Like, I'm a whiny bastard. Like, I hate myself for whining so much, and thankfully I have enough friends that point that shit out. They don't want to hang out with fucking me when I'm bitching all the time. Like, I can't just let shit be. Just listen to how I'm talking and bitching now. No one wants to deal with that shit. There's an actual statistic where high school students have, anxiety levels of fucking mental, patients 90 years ago. And if you're stressed out, I don't really think you want to deal with my dumbass bitching. This audio keeps cutting out. That's a little annoying. I don't know. You ever think that people are just a little bit too bitchy? Like, I think I'm one of those people. If that's really a thing. Like, I'm for sure one of those people. If that's I know there's some people. I know people that are real ow, my life sucks, ooh shit, why God? I know those people. I know I don't like those people. So I don't know why people would just put up with it if it's me, but then again, like I said, they are my actual friends, so it's not like they're just a random person. Yeah. This is what I mean. I like this. I love this game with the amount of realism they have with this whole submarine thing. But at the same time, you can just surface by ships that don't have weapons and do this shit. I think it's taking in water because it slowed down significantly. It should be taking in water. I shot it a bit. I don't know. Like, there are just certain things that I just need to calm the fuck down on. YouTube is one of those. Like, I have a shitload of channels, and I just stopped posting under many of them. But there's a few that I've been running for a fucking long time. That, like, close friends don't even know about. Like, this one is, like, one that close friends don't even know about. It's like, I don't know. I just shitpost a little bit too much, and I have, like, too many things to deal with. So I never always get to the same ships. Oh, I got one viewer there for a minute, and they heard me talking like an asshole, then they instantly left. Well, that's what the stream's gonna be, so... Yeah. I don't know why, but, like, I've always been fascinated with YouTube. It's like, I'm not like a blue... Like, I'm not like a worker guy. Like, at most, I have drive, but, like, I've always been interested in, like, easier ways of doing shit. Like, I understand that it's contradicting, but, like, I would rather figure out my own methods that are quicker and easier, and, or, like, I don't know. Like, I've always tried been selling shit since I was a kid. Like, I would, like my family's well off. Like we're pretty set, and I'm set for when I'm older. Like, I can go to college and not worry about paying it off when I'm older, shit like that. Like, privileged white kid shit. But, like, at the same time, I've always, like, had, like, a drive to, like, find ways of doing things that were either abnormal or would make me, like, money. And my parents didn't come from rich family, you know, they've just worked their entire life. Like, my parents, what I mean by this is that I didn't grow up with my, father. I grew up with my grandparents. And the issue, you know, so they were already well off, because 40 years of money is a lot more money than, you know, if a 20-year-old had a kid. And when I say 40, I mean they were in their little 40s when I was born, so by the time I was 10, they were in their 50s, and now they're in their 60s. Wait, that means I'm like 20? No, that's wrong. But I come from somewhere where I'm good, you know. But I've always tried to, like, think of business ideas and shit. Either way, what I was trying to say is that I remember when I was like 5 or 6, we were at a wedding, and I remember I waited till everyone was gone and they were leaving the reception, and there was a bunch of these little silver bells on the table. And I picked up the bells, and I stood outside and I fucking sold them for $2 to everyone leaving. So, you know, and that, you know, that's fucking weird. And I'm surprised they didn't ask my fucking parents some shit. Like, hey, why is your kid selling ornaments that we paid for at our wedding? But, you know, I've always just had this weird kind of, like, drive. Like, capitalist kind of vibe thing. Not even capitalist, but just, like, profiteers. You know, like, morally gray. I mean, capitalism is morally gray, but in its own way. Like, there's a difference between buying and selling for less, and then viciously attacking targets. Like, there's extreme capitalism, there's capitalism. Like, how the hell is that boat not sinking? The entire bottom half is, like, sunk. That should be it. It should go down. There it is. Okay. Sunk 2 ships. So, I wonder how deep the area here is, because I kind of want to dive the wreck, but it's in the middle of the ocean, so it's probably pretty deep. Yeah. So, I wonder if Trump is going to win the new election. I mean, chances are he will, but there's a lot of buzz around fucking Bernie and Yang. I mean, I guess there was some last year for Bernie. I guess it doesn't come down to who's gonna win. It just kind of comes down to who's gonna get the fucking nominee vote. Yeah. Kind of at that point, I think it would be Bernie for Democrats. Like, if it's gonna come down to one Republican, one Democrat, it's probably gonna be Bernie. It's 125 plus. Okay. I think it has to be within 150. But it's still sinking, because, yeah, how physics and shit work. This game is pretty fun, though. My next steps in this game are probably gonna be to do the mission it gives, and then head back to port. And then after that, I'm probably just gonna die. Turn the screen off and die. Oh, I thought the fucking diving thing was in the back, okay. I like how this U-boat... Ugh, fuck. I hate this thing about the game, though, is that there's this one side you can't go down, you can only go down this side, and that's annoying. Can I get... Oh, okay, rope. Oh, okay, rope. Oh, fuck, I thought I could do that for a minute. Damn it. Either way, I'm gonna kill the stream here. I don't know, I just bitched a little too much, and I would rather, I don't know. I would rather just play the game.